Good morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the insurance segment. We are indeed really glad to be back after going off for some time. With me in the studio, I have Pastor Datimi Ojokojo. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, all the viewers out there. It's good to be here once again.
We'll take our quote, and our quote says, "What we know is a drop. What we don't know is an ocean. Insurance is your best partner." Pastor Datimi, let's start there.
Wow. Anyway, I think I'll use this platform to celebrate with ITV. As we discussed, we're celebrating, I think, 26 years.
Yes.
And it all began as a drop, a vision of one man, which has become an ocean. So in life, it's just a little and it spreads. So we thank God for what we see today.
Yeah, we want to say a big congratulations to ITV and for the vision here in the person of His Excellency, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Igbinedion, who saw this vision, and I'm sure he will marvel at the development that ITV have reached now. And even what will be more for tomorrow is still in the making. I think that's the ocean. Just like we also will relate that insurance has become something of importance to those who are individuals and then for corporate organizations. Now, our topic this morning is the new motor tariff. We started this discussion some time ago, and it's important we continue because some persons are still not conversant with the reasons why this new tariff was adopted by the National Insurance Commission and was made to really start by 1st of January 2023. Pastor Datimi, let me just start with this. A lot of us, when we hold a motor insurance certificate, especially the third-party certificate, there is an assumption that you hold a certificate for the police. What some of us ordinarily describe as police let me pass or let me go. I don't know whether the concept of that statement still, holds water at this time. What is the new motor tariff, and in relation to that particular statement that was made?
Okay, thank you once again, Sir BJ. And, before January 1st, a private vehicle, a saloon car, will go for 5,000 naira with third-party liability of 1 million. But now, it is 15,000. Imagine from 5,000 to 15,000. And I know people will go want to renew their insurance are surprised, but it should give you a consciousness. What are the benefits? It is not police let me go as people have always tended to be or assumed it to be. There's a liability of 3 million you can enjoy if you are involved in an accident, especially in the case when you are the cause of the accident. That is a key in the third-party cover. You're going on your journey, maybe you have a brake failure, you ram into a vehicle or a property, you are entitled to the tune of 3 million naira indemnity if you have a genuine third-party cover. So if you pay 15,000, it's not money just to give you a pass on the road when you see police officers. There are benefits. And that's why we are discussing with you. Don't waste your money, and at the end of the day, you didn't make a claim. You say insurance does not work. Why don't you give it a try? Find out from the person who sold insurance to you. As you're listening to me now, if you have an accident, especially if it just happened, and you have proof, pictures, it's important you call up your insurance agent or call up the insurance company. I had an accident, please, what do I do? So let's stop, wasting our resources, paying insurance every day, and you are not making claims. And tomorrow, people will say insurance does not work. Let me tell you, insurance works, and that's why we are here on ITV, to enlighten the public that if you take up a third-party insurance policy, there are benefits attached to it. and it's very clear. It's stated in the policy, but you know, we don't read, and that's why people just pass it by and say, okay, I'm just doing it for doing sake. Please let these new rates, you know, wake us up to the consciousness that insurance, the third-party insurance, has benefits inclusive.
Pastor, thank you very much. I want to pick two very important words you used there. First, to say that there should be genuine insurance cover. A lot of us are interested in patronizing those we simply will classify as portfolio offices. There is no office that you can identify them to. What they do is they issue papers. Where is their office or location is not there. So I'm happy that you mentioned that hold a genuine insurance certificate, and that will make for you getting claims if eventually the accident occurs. And this we must recognize. Now, before this review of the third-party premium, over 18 years ago was when the last tariff rate was used. And if you look at it, it's not really working anymore. You find some cases where people are involved in an accident and the liability attached there is over 1 million naira. Now, what is expected of the policyholder to do is to put hand in his pocket and pay for that balance. But in the wisdom of the National Insurance Commission and the insurance industry, a consideration to say that it is not proper for people to still put hands in their pocket to pay claims. And so the liability was increased. And I'm happy to announce here also that there are some companies also who have introduced into the market what we call the third-party plus insurance. That third-party plus insurance also gives you a cover for your vehicle. Ordinarily, the third-party policy will protect the other party that you have caused damage to. If we take this analogy to say that the insurance company is the first party, you, the policyholder, as the second party, the person you cause damage to as the third party. Now, you as the second party, if there's an accident, definitely your vehicle is also going to be damaged. And if your vehicle is damaged, it translates that you are also going to fix that your vehicle. So in the wisdom of some insurance companies, it is to say that you can also benefit from that policy. And so it's called a third party plus. I'll ask you to reach out to all your insurance consultants and brokers to ensure that they teach you this particular point. And then we have good news for you also at this end here. The good news is that we have had an interaction with the management of Starco Insurance Company Limited. Starco some time ago had some challenge in terms of finance, you know, to pay up claims. But we are glad to announce that anybody with a claim with Starco Insurance Company Limited, there is a provision for a payment. And so we have a mandate to reach out to members of the public, especially from this axis. If you know that you have a claim with Starco, please reach us in the insurance segment so that we can also assist you in securing that particular claim that have been hanging, provided you come with documents, you know, to prove that you actually have a claim, so that this we can file on your behalf. Now, Pastor Datimi, the issue of this increase we are talking about, I'm sure will become a reality for us. Because even those who are in the licensing office, before now, if you go to the licensing office, somebody will tell you that we do insurance here. But I think the licensing offices have also recognized that insurance is not done in the licensing office. And so they will tell you, go and get your insurance. And you know, insurance is also dynamic now, in the sense that we have a platform that's called the NIID platform. That NIID platform is managed by the Federal Road Safety, the police, and the insurance industry. And so you find a situation where probably the police will stop you, or even the road safety will stop you. They will just key into their system your plate number, and they will see whether you have a genuine certificate or not. So if you are holding a certificate that is not genuine, you are also putting yourself in trouble, because it will be quite easy. And what's the value of this NID platform? We are going to tell our story next week when we begin, and then the issue of other classes of vehicles that are also involved. We have talked about vehicles that are used for pleasure purposes. So if you own a B2 car, which is for pleasure purpose, you own an SUV car, which is for pleasure purpose. These are issues that classify under the private car owner position, which is now 15,000 naira. So it's not counting to say that you have an SUV, and so because you own an SUV, you should pay more than the person who owns a B2 car. I think the classification at that end, it looks very funny to say that if they say those who own a car, raise your hand. The person who owns a B2 will raise his hand. The person who owns an SUV will also raise his hand. And so it is for those who have pleasure vehicles for private use, not for commercial. There are other classifications that are in this new tariff. And then also there is also, classification for the liabilities that are attached.
Yeah.
I'm happy also to announce that, we have all adopted and adapted to this new position, as it were. A lot of us were also fighting back to say that the period of grace given for these new rates to apply was too short. But the National Insurance Commission came up to say that over 17 years ago, the issue of the old rates were applied. And there was also a position that it should have come on even before now. And so we are happy that people have adopted and are applying the new rates. And so what we are saying in essence is that hold a genuine insurance certificate. Pastor, a last word just before.
Thank you so much, Sir BJ, for enlightening the public so far. The last thing I will say, even the comprehensive is inclusive. There's a new order from the Insurance Commission on the minimum rate to be charged for those who take up comprehensive insurance.
Okay, so that minimum rate will also make you understand in our next week edition of the program. Thank you for listening. God bless you and have a wonderful day.